Starting. Hi, we're starting. Hi. So, I'm not on my beach. Today I'm back in England. And I'm in my little cosy cottage, which is very warm and cosy with a log fire, but it's very tiny. But it's okay. So today I want to talk really a little bit about, or this evening rather, I want to talk a little bit about happiness and what we mean by happiness and how we feel about being happy and how we define happiness. So if we wrote a list, if I asked you to write a list about the kinds of things we're not happy about, I think you'd find it would be a long list. I know mine would be. And the problem is with the long list, is that we become so focused on why we're unhappy, we forget to join the dots of happy moments. Hello, Vanessa. And I know we've covered this before, Vanessa, haven't we, in our group, when we did our heart thing. I'm not sure if you were there about when we did our stuff that makes us happy. So when we focus, when we focus on the stuff we're unhappy about, we do forget. We go to sleep about why we're unhappy, and we go to sleep about why we're not happy. So often we think that if we have to do this, or we've got to have that, we'll be happy. Or when we get this, or if we get that, and we strive, and we dream, and we scheme, and we worry, especially with Christmas coming up. We worry about all of the stuff that we haven't got, and we forget to look at the stuff we have already got and the stuff that's already working for us. So today I was watching my Muji video on YouTube, which I really like him. I know, Meg, you think he's a guru, and he probably is, but I really like him. Anyway, and he was also talking about this whole thing about why we constantly come back to the place where we don't feel enough, or we don't feel good enough, or we can't please somebody enough. And we've listened to messages about, if you want to get ahead, you've got to do this. If you want to stand a chance of being happy, you have to be like this. If you want to be respected, you've got to be like this. And you'll never be happy if you don't do this. Those type of things. And we become hamsters on that wheel of dashing and rushing and clawing and trying to be more. So that we can look back to the person who's told us these things and say, look at me, I've done what you've asked. And then they turn around and say, oh yeah, but you didn't do that and you forgot to do that. And so we continue again, looking for approval and trying to please and trying to be more. And what we've actually forgotten is when anybody says anything like that to us, what they're actually saying is, you're not already okay. You're not okay as you are. You're not good enough as you are. When we know that, of course we are. It's okay to want lovely things. It's okay to kind of save up for stuff that you haven't got, but not to the detriment of your well-being, or trying to constantly please somebody else. So people who tend to say things like that change the goalposts, and sometimes we forget to look at what we've already got and how happy we already are, and we can say, no, we're okay actually, we're doing okay. So I guess what I'm saying is sometimes we have to stop, and despite all kinds of things, we have to feel the little moments of delight that's already present in our lives now. The stuff that's already working, the stuff that's already good, the stuff that we already have. And I'm thinking about the weekend that's just passed. I'm just going to get a bit of tea, excuse me, a bit of slurp of tea. I'm thinking about the weekend that I had, and I felt a bit unhappy before I went. I was going to a really big writer's workshop. I was very scared, felt absolutely fraudulent, not sure that I'm really much good at writing, telling myself. And I thought of all the things that I felt unhappy about before I went, and those unhappy thoughts came out in the form of me being a witch towards my husband Jason, who very kindly took me. My insecurities, my fears, my worries. I was unhappy because I was still the same size and hadn't lost any weight, and I thought everyone was going to look at me and go, oh my God, she's going to be the fattest woman in the room, which actually I probably was, but I didn't really observe that. But anyway, my roots were grey. I didn't dye my hair. I just came out with a number of things that I felt quite unhappy, and also the fact that I was going to be in a large group and I was scared. I was scared. So I felt quite panic-stricken, and the imposter syndrome, rose its horrible head, attacked me. And in doing so, my inner rebel came out, which always comes out when I'm feeling defensive. And that's the one I'll call a Rita, Rebel Rita. And she comes out and she gets all like snitty and horrid and picky and waspish. And also my most deadly critic came out, who I now know actually is called Arthur. Thank you, Julia Cameron. We had to name our most deadly critic, the one who sits on our shoulders all the time, and I've spoken about the critic before. Mine has now got a name. I don't know where Arthur come from, but Arthur he is, and she deals with her critic by saying thank you so much for sharing. And then sometimes she says other things as well. But anyway, so I was quite scared about going to this meeting. And what sort of happened after I finally plucked up the courage and went into a room full of 350 people, all who were so much more clever than me, what happened was that the good old universe, the boys and girls upstairs, decided to shower me with gifts. And the gifts that I got showered with were being able to connect, and being open actually to connect with, the most wonderful people, the most amazing people. There was a lady I'd been waiting to meet for a very long time, Julie Bryan, thank you very much. Julie from Naked Dragon, and she was just gorgeous, and it was lovely to meet her. And in my first cluster group, because we had to get to little clusters of 3, my first cluster group in Julia Cameron's workshop found me face to face with a true heroine of mine, somebody that I wish I could write like, somebody I wish I could express myself like, and I've admired for such a long time without her even really realising how much I admired her. And when she turned and she said, hi, my name's Amanda, and I said, hello, you're Amanda Grace, and I just love you. Well, that was it. We connected. It was fantastic. So that blew me away. And if I wasn't gifted enough by that, on my next day's workshop, I was literally grabbed by this gorgeous looking woman who come bounding down the hall and said, I want you in my group. And I also looked at her and thought, and I want to be in your group too. And she was fabulous. And afterwards she told me her name, which was Sue. And afterwards she said, oh, I'll connect with you on Facebook. And I said, oh, okay. And when I saw who she was also another heroine of mine. Workshop leader, author, fabulous words, images. I've loved her forever. I've followed her forever. I've been in awe of her forever. I didn't know it was her. I wouldn't have been able to say a word. I wouldn't have shared my secrets. Actually, she was gorgeous, and we've spoken afterwards. So she befriended me. And she wanted to, which I couldn't believe. And just it went on and on. It was so wonderful. And the more I connected, the more confident I became. And the more confident I became, the more I connected. Everyone loved my scarf. I didn't tell anyone that my roots were pure grey. I just thought, I'll let them think I'm just kind of with it, really. Met lovely Trish. Oh, it's a long name, but you know who you are, Trish. Trish Holden Rudrani Ishaya. Gorgeous Trish with a lovely smile anyway. So, I connected all the little dots overall to give me a glow of happiness, despite being several pounds, money pounds poorer, because it wasn't cheap. Still the same size. I wasn't lithe and slim as I launched myself in there. Completely blew my sugar plan, but hey-ho. And several other really serious unhappy things. Despite all of those things, and despite all of the sad things that I'm feeling around this time of year, I decided to connect with people, and I decided to stay focused, and I joined my dots to make an overall feeling of happiness. So my twinkling dots. So my challenge to you this coming week is to stop for a minute or two and just think about the twinkling dots, the twinkling stars that are already present in your life, despite all the other stuff, and just try and kind of maybe join them, and then sit with those nice little happy feelings and connect with others. Get out there and connect with somebody that you've wanted to, or you don't know. Just smile at somebody. Invite a stranger for tea, as Sark says. And allow yourself to be open to connection with others as well, not defensive or scared, or allowing the feelings of inadequacy to overcome you. Just go, yeah, I'm gonna open my arms and see who comes in this week, what comes in, and see what magic happens. So that's it. That's it for tonight's little fireside chat. Maybe next week I'll be outside. You never know, on the ven. I doubt it because I like the fire, but hey ho. Happy thoughts, happy connecting, and thank you for being with me. Bye bye.